match of the summer between England and New Zealand. Nasser Hussain is back and fit again and will lead England in this match. He's made a lot of changes. He's had a very strong influence on this side. One of the chosen men, Ronnie Irani, is with me and my guest in the studio this evening. We'll be having a chat with him later. New Zealand have played the better cricket in the series so far. They are confident despite a bad defeat against Essex just the other day. Stephen Fleming reckons that they deserve victory and they are out to get it here at the Oval. The two captains were in the middle for the toss this morning. It was Nasser Hussain who threw the coin in the air. Stephen Fleming got it wrong. Hussain won the toss and he chose to bowl first, which was an interesting move on a morning with some damp about. He reckoned the moisture in the pitch would assist his bowling attack. Darren Maddy gets a first cap. That is a very, very exciting moment for him. Hussain is back there. Alex Stewart will bat at 5. Ram Prakash at 6. Ronnie Irani in the side after the test matches that he played against India in 1996. Caddick, Mullally and Phil Tufnell make up the bowlers, along with the other debutant, Ed Giddings, whose career with Sussex and Warwickshire has prompted this promotion. There are the New Zealanders with the Bell and Horn opening. Fleming, Astle, Tews, McMillan, that strong middle order. Perori the keeper. Chris Cairns is fit. Dion Nash will play as the other new ball bowler, along with Shane O'Connor, who comes in for Jeff Allott. We're going to pick up play right at the start of proceedings. It's the first ball of the match. Andrew Caddick is bowling to Matt Horn, and it's Ian Smith and Richie Benaud commentating.
And that is close to perfect. Perfection would only have come if it had found the outside edge, but it was a very good delivery.
Can't remember Andy Caddick bowling too many bad balls this year, that is for sure. Right on the spot.
Missed the stumps. It needed a direct hit, I'd reckon.
The nearest thing you'll ever see to cricketing suicide. You cannot get run out in a test match, especially in the second over, looking to get off the mark. A good throw, he was gone. Andy Caddick might be getting bored already. He's bowled 9 deliveries, and 7 of them have been that good.
Done it again. And I reckon that was gone as well. Well, Matthew Bell's off the mark. That'll be a great relief to most New Zealanders around the ground, particularly Matthew Horn.
Well, some good cricket and some very average cricket going on out in the middle. The running is abysmal. This time it's a coconut shy really, as a crack at the other end. Missed Bell, missed Horn, he was gone by a metre.
Oh! The height, I imagine.
Well, all I can think is Matthew Bell hasn't woken up yet. How can you leave that line?
The thing that bowler's got to do now is avoid getting frustrated. If he starts thinking the world's against him, then he'll start to bowl poorly. He has silly point, short leg, no mid-on, but he's got a forward square. And almost a wicket.
All about that man and close on the offside. He's fairly and squarely, Nasser Hussain, staring Matthew Horn in the face. He wants him out of there, and this is how he tries to get rid of him. Beautifully bowled, good cricket all round from England, apart from the nick.
Catch him!
Well, he's a pretty brave soldier, Matthew Horn. Like most opening batsmen, they don't like to show too much pain. But this one's got him. Point of the elbow once again.
Here's Andy Caddick. Catch a ball, but got to go pretty much to hand in that position.
Well done.
Very, very sharp.
It is a very difficult position to field. It takes a lot of skill. It takes very sharp natural reactions. He's been taken out of that position now. Caddick to Horn. And instead he's been put in there. Here's Ed Giddings into the attack. And he begins his Test match career with a huge wide and a smile on his face as well. Few days. They haven't been able to cut it very low, and it's quite soft by oval standards. An astounding leave, so much so that we'll give the credit to the bowler there. I think Horn made a mistake. I think he's got away with it because of the bounce here at the oval.
That's a beauty. Still, if anything, a wee bit too short, but the shape of that delivery is exactly what Giddens is looking for.
It's too good for Matthew Horn. This was at least missed his bat by a feet.
Wow. I think it's beautifully bowled because I think he held back a bit there, Giddens, and this one did not bounce. Over the top, and that'll race down to third man. First boundary of the New Zealand innings. There's 16 without loss. It's a good shot, and this may well be the second boundary of the day. There's a good chase down there. Good work. Excellent work from the outfielders in the England camp. Just see where the point of impact is, where the foot on the rope and then the ball on the hand. Well, I'd say it's very hard to say, but umpire Ben Ragavan says that's 4. Good shot. It was a full toss and it deserved the treatment. And this one may not go to the boundary. There's a bit of running to be done here. On that occasion looked as if he was trying to get the arm ball out of the closet. Once again in the air. It's too much width. Very slow outfield. It's got to be said, so much rain around the London area yesterday in particular. Heavy thunderstorms. There's not a lot of run in the outfield. Well, that's uncanny stuff. Stewart was so confident that Horn had got a touch on this. Irani went a long way down towards the batsman and nothing happened. Once again, very wide. This time off the front foot. Won't go for 4 either.
Take him off! Oh!
And 3 comfortable runs.
Well, that's not much of a ball. A half volley, or just about a half volley, on or fractionally outside leg stump is just asking for what it got.
Well, it seems as though Andy Caddick's come on with a plan to Matthew Bell, and I think he's planning on testing him out with the odd short one at his throat. mixing it up with good deliveries around the line and length. That was the one that's going to nip back at the batsman.
Got it. That's good catch. The still photographs of that will probably show it to be an ordinary sort of catch, but oh, it did take some judgment.
Well, the breeze in the end's helped because it's held the ball up. I thought for a minute Matthew Horner got enough of a bat on that to clear Andy Caddick. The breeze held the ball up. He ran round, eyes on the ball, and that's the first wicket gone. Matthew Horner out for 15. New Zealand 39 for 1.
Stephen Fleming is the new batsman.
Andy Caddick's having a very good series for England, not only with the ball but also with the bat and in the field.
That's really well bowled and defeated the batsman. He was expecting it to go away from him again. He must have missed by a whisker. That one was meant to be short.
Well, it's not the quickest ball that Andy Caddick's bowled this morning. But just look at the bounce he gets. Whacks it into the turf.
That was a fine performance through the morning by Andrew Caddick. 5 more runs were added to take us up until lunch. 45 for 1 the score at lunch. Bell unbeaten with 23, but not without some fortune, and Stephen Fleming had 3 to his name. Caddick 10 overs, 6 maidens, no wickets, and he was the star of the show. 1 wicket there for Ronnie Irani, and a big hug from captain Nasser Hussain. I think Hussain had a fair bit to do with Irani getting back into the side. Right, we'll take a short break now. We're in the morning session of play. New Zealand 45 for 1 at lunch. We're going to pick up play straight after lunch. No runs have been added. Matthew Bell is on strike to Alan Mullally. Dermot Reeve and Wasim Akram are commentating.
Oh, that's a good ball, and that's an appeal. He's given him. Alan Mullally's broken through. Matthew Bell, who played so well before lunch, has gone in the second over after the break. Alan Mullally delighted with that wicket.
This is the perfect length to bowl at. Went good catch in the end by Alex Stewart. Perfect left-arm bowling. By Alan Mullally, successful in the end.
Matthew Bell's gone for 23. New Zealand lose their second wicket for 45. Nathan Astle, the new batsman for New Zealand. Centurion up at Old Trafford. Super delivery from Caddick. It's the one that nips away from the left-hander.
You can see this ball crossed the seam, and this went cross to a left-hander. This is a perfect delivery for a left-hander.
Oh, that's another beauty. A great way to end the over. That's another maiden to Andy Caddick. He's now got through 12 overs, but only 4 runs. Well, there's plenty of movement out there, and plenty of movement from the England wicketkeeper, Alex Stewart. That's an excellent take.
Beautifully bowled. Unlucky. You can't do anything about it.
And that edge, the third man's brought up the New Zealand 50. Yeah, lost it for a minute, Nathan Astle. He was looking to see if it had deflected onto his stumps, and in the end he found it in the flap of his pad. And a big shout, he's gone. George Sharp raises his finger. Andy Caddick really has deserved that wicket. Nathan Astle just playing away from his body slightly.
That's where he needed luck. This was a perfect outswing, a perfect ball, and was having a go at it. And it flew to Alex Stewart. Nathan Lashley goes for 9, New Zealand are 54 for 3.
Yeah, Roger chooses the new batsman, finds himself coming in a little bit sooner than he would have hoped.
Close. It's a very good shout. Wow. In swinger to Fleming. Did it hit him between wicket and wicket? Would it have gone on to hit the stumps? And now he gets a pretty undeserved boundary. Very good bowling from Caddick, the inner, and then the one that bounces on across him. Bowled again. Good stuff from Caddick. Late swing. It's what all the bowlers search for, to get that ball to duck in as late as it can. That was a beauty. Wonderful stuff. Darren Maddy has announced himself into Test match cricket with a brilliant catch, and Ed Giddings has announced himself into Test match cricket with his first wicket.
Genuine nick from twos. He was a little bit stationary. He fetched it and it flew high. Boy, what an acrobatic catch that is. Absolutely outstanding. Twos goes at 62 for 4.
Craig McMillan, the new batsman for New Zealand, made 100 at Old Trafford.
Fitness has good control of both directions of swing. With the left-hander in, he's been able to bowl his away swinger to him, and then he concentrates on what you might term his normal away swinger to the right-hander. Needs some sort of a recovery at the moment.
Yeah.
Neat stroke. He picked the swing late, and he actually guided it down into that gap between the slip and the gully. It was good play. Really well bowled. The batsman would prefer to allow that to pass through to the keeper, but he simply had to play at it. That's a cracking stroke. Even the slow outfield is not going to pull that up. We'll just have to have them run 4, I guess, if they're quick enough. Strike. Almost looked as though he's going to play it defensively for a start, and then went through with the stroke. Fine shot. That's very well bowled. That did Fleming, I suspect, in the air and off the seam. Yeah! That's beautifully flighted. Did him in the flight, there's no doubt about that. He drew McMillan forward, and suddenly McMillan realised it was the slower and slightly higher toss delivery, and was going for the big one.
Far too early in a spell to be doing this. But he does feel in form, Craig McMillan, and he's paid the price, and doesn't that man love it? Philip Tufnell. New Zealand now in a bit of trouble at 87 for 5.
Adam Perore comes out at 87 for 5. Beautifully done. Now you've had two examples of splendid spin bowling here. You've had McMillan dismissed with flight, and then the top spinner, where the batsman has played very tentatively for the spin. The ball has gone straight on, off the edge, and to short leg. Good catch.
Lazy shot from Perore. But a magnificent catch from Mark Ramprakash. And we really have seen 2 or 3 spectacular catches today. 87 for 6 now, New Zealand.
Chris Cairns is the new batsman, coming in at 87 for 6.
Go!
And no ball and 4. That's as good a way as any to get off 87.
Nicely placed. That's clever batting from Cairns. Ball was wide enough for him just to wait a bit and then pick that space to the left hand, the short extra cover. That brings up to the 100 for New Zealand. That's a cracker. Oh, yeah. A very relieved man, Stephen Fleming.
Caddick directing this delivery spot on, swinging back into Fleming's middle stump. Just managed to get his front pad out of the way and get his bat down.
And Caddick finished the afternoon session much as he finished the morning session, bowling superbly well for England. 1 run was added to take us into the tea break. 103 for 6 with the Fleming unbeaten on 18. What a struggle it was for the New Zealand captain out there, but he was hanging on for dear life there as New Zealand tried to stay alive in the series. Cairns, a dangerous man, unbeaten with 11. Caddick now 1 for 16 from 19. Mullally 1 for 12 from 15, a wicket for Giddings, good one to get on Test match debut. 2 for Philip Tufnell. He changed things in the middle of the day there, and that wicket that was picked up in the morning by Ronnie Irani. Time for us to take another break. When we come back, it'll be the final session of play. The pole position here. Let's get straight back into the action. We'll pick it up with Alan Mullally, the bowler, Stephen Fleming, New Zealand's captain, the batsman, and James Whittaker and Ian Smith commentating.
Shy at the stance, a direct hit. Our umpire Venkat goes upstairs for this. It's a leg by. So 2 things to note there. My initial reaction is that Fleming is quite comfortably home, and I would also suggest the English fieldsmen think along those lines.
All the run-outs. Decisions have come off Alan Mullally's bowling, and he's a long way in.
Holding. Cairns plays all around that one, trying to hit it far too square. There's a half volley, should have gone somewhere else than here.
Straight through the gate. Cairns has played all around that one. And although the seam was pretty straight on that occasion, it's left New Zealand in dire trouble at 104 for 7.
Nash is a fighter. He's going to have to be.
Good afternoon, Dion Nash. This is Andrew Caddick. Squared him up on several occasions so far, but there he really was in a square position.
Good shot. Nicely timed. And a much needed boundary for the New Zealand cause. Beautifully bowled. Magnificent shape on that delivery.
Example of The ball being pitched of a full length, allowing it to seam and swing late.
Outside edge has been profitable throughout the series by 4 more. 115 for 7. It's gone past Alex Stewart. 4 bonuses.
Beauty.
That's why I was saying earlier that he looks impressive to me. I haven't seen too many bowlers of this particular type around. The fellow he reminds me of a little bit is Terry Alderman. Must have been just outside the line, off stump.
Definite turn back from Phil Tufnell, but I think that's an excellent decision. Inside edge onto the pad.
Beautiful stroke. He plays that on drive very well. Sometimes it only goes a yard or so wide of the bowler. Well, the idea was okay. It was slightly round arm delivery, and to skid back at the right-hander. And unfortunately, just angled it down the leg side. Once again, a forcing stroke straight down the ground for Stephen Fleming.
I haven't seen too many bounces today. This one really nipped in at Dion Nash. Look where this pitch is, outside off, really jags back in and follows the batsman. And a very athletic leave.
It's 4, but it isn't where it was intended from Fleming. Lovely stroke. Not hit with any great power, placed incidentally between a great many pigeons. That's a good effort from Dion Nash and from Stephen Fleming in particular, the 50 partnership. And was it desperately needed, or what? 104 when the 7th wicket fell.
Now the new ball has been taken.
Bit of extra hardness in the ball there.
One of the first times today that Stephen Fleming has lost all his poise. He's battled very hard for a long time. He's been a good example for those that haven't.
Andrew Carrick did that, I reckon, 25 times this morning. Went past the outside edge of the right-hander's bat.
What a beauty. Dion Nash is he's an interesting character. He's not what you call a scoreboard player. In other words, he's not that worried about seeing the runs tick over against his name. Been on 18 for 45 minutes now. And during that 45 minutes, he's been supporting his captain.
And beautifully bowled. Waited on him and gave him the short one. He'd given it to Fleming the over before and discomforted him. And that one has got Dion Nash onto the back foot and had him just pushing away.
Yes, more in protection than anything else from Dion Nash's point of view. Very comfortable catch to Mark Ramprakash. Boy, has Andrew Caddick deserved this second success, that is for sure. It's more of a fend than a cricket shot as such. More of a, I'll hit it before it gets a bit of me. Nash goes for 18, it's 157 for 8.
Promotion for Daniel Vettori comes up from number 11. Straight past the man at point.
The ball was never going to get to the rope, and that's a good bit of fielding.
He'll take 2 if he wants. Will do, but he won't get 3. Half century and a very good one for Stephen Fleming. It's a good shot and brilliantly fielded. It wasn't all that bad a ball. Ronnie Irani was the man who dived away to his left and saved a 4. Last ball coming up, unless it's a no ball or wide. It'll still be the last ball, even though it's a 4. If Vettori doesn't muck around, what else would you expect from a number 10 to smash the last ball of the day past point for 4?
Well, he is a handy player, Daniel Vettori, and England will be aware of that. They'll want him or Fleming out very quickly in the morning. All credit to Stephen Fleming. It took him 2 hours to get to 15, 4.5 hours nearly in total for that unbeaten 52. Down the list, not a great deal of support for him. He fought hard, and the others will have learned from that effort from their captain. The England bowlers, 2 for Caddick. He was outstanding. 28 overs, 2 for 36. Support there from Mullally. Wayward at times, but he picked up 2 key wickets. A wicket for Ed Giddings, 2 for Philip Tufnell, and 1-2 for Ronnie Irani. Quite interesting to look at that fall of wickets table. Just 1 in the morning session. First over of the day. No addition to that score. Andrew Caddick's bowling to Stephen Fleming. Commentating Dermot Reeve and Richie Bennett.
That's painful. Stephen Fleming, the New Zealand captain, has taken a nasty blow.
It's good and it's quick. Struck him on the left shoulder.
Catch him, Dave.
He didn't play that badly, considering the pain he must be in and the lack of movement in his left arm. Get 4 for that. Well, some days you might go through the first hour without anything happening. Got to go down to drop chance, but pretty good effort. Four more. Vettori's dangerous. He plays as good tail-enders should play. He's got a good defence, quite prepared to attack. He's got 2 that have flown through that area already. That was something that's going to go down against Alex Stewart, but it was a wide delivery And it's gone past first slip's right toe. Well, if you're trying to find some way around the strengthening of the field in the slip and gully area, that's the way to do it. That's too short. Caddick will be well aware of that. 3 to Vettori. There's the 200 up, 200 for 8 for New Zealand.
They would have reckoned that batting this morning would be a near nightmare against the English bowlers fresh. They would definitely have bought a total of 200, so they'll be pleased to have got past it now. They've had their fortune. That'll be enough to bring up the 50 partnership between Vettori and Fleming. That's a cracking stroke. He's just played a little turn of the wrists off his legs. He's timed it to perfection. There's the place. Just to keep bowling there for 20 minutes or so. Far away, may just have gone on a missed leg stump. George Sharp has turned down some really good appeals from Caddick and Mullally. Yeah, the advantage of the red zone there was that it showed it did pitch in line. It wasn't outside the leg stump. Caddick will be tearing his hair out now. That was a thick edge from Fleming and nothing more. Flew away through cover. Fine stroke. There's no point in us carrying on talking about Vettori as a tail ender. He is a good player. Dismissive. That isn't a bad stroke either. What's more, it'll bring up 50 for Vettori. Second of the series, and he's getting a wonderfully warm reception for it. Yeah, out. Tucknell's done it. Vettori hitting across the ball. It just seemed to hurry on to him a touch. Much needed breakthrough for England.
Went on with the arm. Just straightened a little bit. Umpire Katragavan had no hesitation. New Zealand 235 for 9 now.
Shane O'Connor in his 8th Test match.
And he's fixed him all right. First up, beautifully bowled. Lack of judgment there from Shane O'Connor. And Caddick gets some reward at last this morning. It's been a frustrating time for him and for England. So now the job has been done.
And quite deservedly, it was Andrew Caddick who did it. Fleming ended unbeaten with 66. A really good effort from New Zealand's captain, particularly after that blow to his shoulder at the start of play. And Vettori with 51 confirmed all the promise he has. It's not just with the ball. He's an exciting player down the order who plays his strokes, and everybody who watches him thoroughly enjoys him. Caddick 3 for 66, Alan Mullally 2 for 34, Giddings 1 for 41, Phil Tufnell with 3 for 39, and Ronnie Irani with 1 for 38. Now, all of this left 45 minutes of play before lunch, and a very nervous Darren Maddy. He was the 11th opening partner for Michael Atherton since he began his Test match career in 1989. Well, Maddy did well. He got off the mark with this single, just pushed wide of mid-on, sort of given him pleasure, and gave the crowd a certain pleasure as well. He got a big cheer for that. You'd think he'd have gone to 50. Everybody keen for a young English player to do well. Then this splendid straight drive. That is a trademark stroke from Maddy. It's the stroke that has attracted the selectors, hitting the ball away down the ground, back past the bowler. And very soon he struck it to the boundary as well. Here he is on strike to O'Connor, and a cover drive with good footwork. And I thought, in particular, it was Maddy's footwork against the quick bowlers that impressed in that short period before lunch. There it was then, 236 for New Zealand. England 24 for no wicket, 212 the difference between the sides at that stage, and England looking pretty good. We'll take a short... England going well in their reply, 24 for no wicket. We're going to pick up play now with no runs added to that score. Commentating are Ian Smith and Richie Benner, and here's Daniel Vettori bowling to Darren Maddy.
And that's why he's on.
Nice, Dan.
A little bit of turn. Previous 4 deliveries are just angled in with the arm. This one straightened. It did not miss the bat by much at all.
Oh, good catch. Fleming. Very well caught. For a moment, I thought the keeper was going to go across in front to take that catch off the outside edge from Atherton. Dion Nash has struck.
Huge breakthrough. This is a great catch. This is taken by a man who really got a painful blow on that shoulder this morning. His mobility may or may not have been too good. It was brilliant on that occasion. Atherton goes, big breakthrough, 25 for 1.
England's captain comes out to the centre now to take the place of the former captain. Looks like inside edge, and Nasser Hussain is off the mark. Well, it's one of the best pieces of bowling you will ever see. He's gone past the outside edge the previous ball with a lovely spinning flighted delivery that's bounced, and then he's given Maddy something he hasn't seen before, the arm ball that has come faster and has just flicked the stump.
Well, I hope I'm around to see him when he's 40, because at 20 he's amazing. He's completely outthought him here. He's done him like a dinner just after lunch. You'll remember that, Darren Maddy, promising start, cut off at its prime, 29 for 2. Graham Thorpe is the new player for England.
A beauty, and it's 29 for 2. Going to have to ask for it. Graham Thorpe wasn't going. Nasser Hussain wanted the 2 runs. It was a great throw. It was beautifully sussed out by the man coming into field.
No one knows about this one. No one's got a feeling. Dion Nash is the fielder. The throw's just a little wide, close. Well, goodness me, I'm not sure.
Well, he's just okay. He's not as okay as they think he is out in the centre. That'll do. Dion Nash was deliberately trying to angle it across the left-hander, but Thorpe played a lovely stroke.
Crowd having a ball. Ball's beating the bat. We've got spin at one end and good seam bowling at the other, and Thorpe and Hussain looking to play their strokes. And that stroke is well controlled. Down nice and low and try to hit it hard. It's difficult to play a sweep stroke when you're hitting down on the ball in the way that Hussain plays it. He doesn't to paddle it. He actually hits down. And that's the hardest way to control the stroke, but he's done it very well there. Ah, yes. Top-class stuff from New Zealand. Stephen Fleming has orchestrated it, and it's been worked out very well by Chris Cairns.
That was the plan. To pitch him outside off stump, middle stump, hit the middle stump going across to him. And when it was too easy for Stephen Fleming, he is one of the best fielders in the world. Graham Thorpe scores for 10 and England are 46 for 3.
Here's Alex Stewart on his home turf. His father is president of the Surrey County Cricket Club, and he will be watching with his fingers crossed.
Well, I think it's fair to say that Chris Cairns has got the measure of Graham Thorpe. This is the slower ball that defeated him at Lord's. But what I've brought up for you now is a split screen of the first innings at Lord's. And on the right, well, that was here at the Oval minutes ago. Very similar deliveries. Caught Thorpe on the crease a little bit. Both catches in the slips. And he's got the measure of him. And you can see he enjoys getting him out too.
There we go again. The arm ball. Really has been on target with it today. That's the key to it. Bowling it's one thing, controlling it is another. Causing a lot of problems to a lot of people. That just helps a wee bit. Breaks the shackles, 50 up for England, scares the pigeons, it's all happening. Beautifully bowled. Well, this is a treat. If you like spin bowling, if you like cricket, I guess it's a treat as well.
Turn and bounce and spit.
Yes. That's a good shot. A little unlucky there. And the boundary. Well, a big shout here. This ball's angling back in. George Sharp says no. That is very, very close. Yeah, George Sharp has to work out exactly where it hits him. If it hits him in line or outside the line. Well, that to me has hit him in the line of off stump, going on to hit middle.
Stewart hasn't timed that, but he has got two. Got that away fine enough to be worth probably 3. 3 it is.
Nicely bowled, Dan.
Just a pleasure to watch him play all cricket. I mean, it doesn't matter whether he's batting, fielding, bowling. He's got it. He understands what's required. He has a natural empathy with the game. That is so well flighted, that ball. And it spins. Spins a lot. Having a go at the same double whammy that did for Darren Maddy. He didn't get it quite so accurately that time. This is no metronome. This is a cricketer with a good brain and a lot of talent.
Yes, he is. He's giving everybody a great deal of joy. 1 run was added up to the tea break to make it 84 for 3. 37 to Hussain. He played well. It wasn't easy. Remember, he hasn't had a bat since the middle of July after that finger injury. And Alex Stewart really battling, particularly against the spin of Vettori, unbeaten with 10. The New Zealand bowlers, a wicket each for Cairns and Nash, and 1 for Daniel Vettori. 16 overs, 1 for 21. Plenty of bowling for the left-arm spinner. We'll take another good job. 84 for 3 the score. We're going to pick up play now, and it's the 2nd over after tea. 3 runs have been added to the score. Daniel Vettori is bowling to Alex Stewart, and Ian Smith and Richie Benaud are commentating.
Bowled him, played it on. Dreadful luck for Alex Stewart. Joy in the New Zealand camp. What a hollow feeling in the stomach. You think you've got it covered, and it dribbles back onto the woodwork. He'll feel a little bit aggrieved when he sees this replay, because he thought he had it covered. Bat, front foot, back onto the stumps. That's when you know it's not your day.
Alex Stewart goes for 11. England 87 for 4.
Mark Ramprakash, number 6 for England. Bottom edge, you'll see Ramprakash underway. Now our stump vision will just show what cruel luck Alex Stewart had.
The advantage here, from New Zealand's point of view, is that he's right on the button first up after tea.
Now they're just doing a little bit of setting up here, the New Zealanders, maybe a trap or 2, and back goes the catcher on the hook shot. Hussain on strike, at 15 to 20 metres in from the fence. There she goes, and he's going to go. He's gone. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? They could not have painted the picture clearer for the England captain, and he's fallen for it.
Unbelievable. The England captain has fallen on that occasion. And it's bounced big on him. He would have thought that he'd got it a little bit straighter of the fielder at backward square. But no, it's gone straight down his throat. England are in a bit of trouble now, 91 for 5.
Ronnie Irani replaces his Essex teammate. He replaces the England captain who's gone. Bell goes back. Well, big shout here. He's given him. George Sharp says that's out. It's close enough. It's very close. And Kansas done it again. He has 3. Now, the point of contact is the key here, and the height goes past the inside edge of the bat, so he didn't hit it. Might have hit him outside the line of off stump by the look of that, so he may be a little bit upset with reason.
England now really in dire trouble at 94 for 6. Here comes Cairns to Andrew Caddick.
Well, there's a mix-up here. There's trouble in the camp, and Ramprakash gets back, but it's all going dreadfully wrong for England at the moment. Now, Irani left the oval. He was a little bit aggrieved with his decision. Ramprakash would have been too if the throw had been a bit better.
Well, it's a question of can the fielder get there? Well, he did very well to make it with his hands. It was a great effort. He was unsighted for a start, didn't pick it up until the ball was well in the air, and then made great strides.
Well, the sweep's a dangerous shot when there's bounce in the wicket, and Ramprakash has got the top edge. Dion Nash sprinted round from mid-on. He got there in the end, both hands to it.
A good-looking stroke. That side of the ground is still very slow. It was for the New Zealanders this morning as well. And they should get 3 for that. $106 for 6.
This is going to prove a real test for Mark Ramprakash. I get the feeling he wants to try and dominate.
That's well placed. He waited on that, didn't play out it too soon, and that's what I mean about the fast side of the ground. That ball showed no sign at all of slowing up.
Tremendous cover drive from Ramprakash. Right to the pitch. Nice high left elbow. Picked his spot beautifully.
Well, we'll have to wait and see what umpire Venkat says about that. Leg byes.
Catch it, John, catch it.
But with this lush outfield at the Oval, it's really helping look after the condition of the ball. There's a lot of spit and polish going on.
Over.
115 for 6 still.
Andy Caddick plays this shot pretty well, and he's not going to find it easy today on this pitch with a bit of bounce.
And I think it's fair to say that New Zealand have bowled a good length, haven't they? They've found an area just a bit further up than England bowled overall.
Much fuller length than England did yesterday morning. You can see this is such a difficult length for a batsman, not knowing either he's going to play on a back foot or a front foot. This is a beautiful shot through extra covers. This is a safe shot. There's no point playing slog sweep to a spinner who's turning away to you. You should always play with the spin. If you're going to charge, you should always charge with the spin and play with the... Look at that.
Ah, Regal. Just stood up like any great player of the past would have done and eased it down the ground. That's the best of Mark Ramprakash. Outfield is as slow as I've ever seen it here.
Just pitched outside off stump. Umpiring has been tremendously good in this test match.
Tory made a little bit of a noise there, as if Caddick may have got a thin scratch on it.
It's very difficult, it looks like, to pick his quicker one. You can see that was a quicker ball. Just clipped his pads.
Very well. England will be very glad of it. 4 wides based entirely on height. Caddick goes down the ground, and very solidly too. Just a little nudge, and a small matter of 6 runs to his name. It's not bad either. Well, he turned down the third. I think he'd have made it easily enough. Perhaps he fancied staying on strike.
It was a good length ball, just outside off stump, coming back into Andrew Caddick. He went through the shot with a straight bat. Look at that.
It's lovely bowling. Did everything but hit the stumps.
Beautiful delivery. Look at this. It's like an off spinner. And well kept in the end by Adam Perore.
No doubt at all about that one. Don't know about setting him up, but he certainly removed him in comprehensive fashion. Lovely in-swinging Yorker. So it might have hit the base of the leg stump from here.
He's no Steve Waugh, Andy Caddick, but I'll tell you what, this is almost the identical delivery. Look at the late swing. Set him up and got it to come back through the gate. May have been an inside edge that helped it on its way to leg stump. A beautiful piece of bowling. Caddick, not for the first time in the series, has fought hard, but he's gone. It's 141 for 7.
Plenty of turn there for bowler Daniel Vettori. Last over coming up, Shane O'Connor to bowl it. They get runs for that. Ramprakash will be happy to take only 2. .150 up, well, that'll be better for England to look at.
Ramprakash played well up until the close. It was good to see him look to play those shots of his. Every England player getting double figures bar Ronnie Irani. If you get in, you don't want to get out. Years ago, Tony Greig, England captain in the 70s, said it's a greater crime to get out for 20 or 30 than it is to get out for naught. Mullally is there unbeaten so far, 150 for 7. Cairns picked up 3 wickets, Nash 1, O'Connor 1. No wicket for Astle in that 1 over. 31 overs, 2 for 44 for Daniel Vettori, 50 to play. Giddings are still to come. We're going to pick up play now with 1 run added to the overnight score. It's the 4th over of the day. It's Daniel Vettori bowling to Alan Mullally, who incidentally has 10 ducks in 23 test innings.
But you wouldn't know it from that. And they'll take a second. I suppose a case of cometh hour, cometh man.
Catch it! Yeah!
Oh, well caught. Very difficult to field in there at short leg. Even if it's a tail ender, the tail ender might swing the bat and put you in danger. That was a brilliant catch by Matthew Bell. He anticipated and went away to his left.
Yeah, tremendous work. Inside edge from Alan Mullally. Look at that, just off the grass. Brilliant catch, brilliant fielding. The New Zealanders have really been on fire in the field. Back their bowlers up, and it's the end of Mullally. He's gone for 5, and England in all sorts of trouble. 153 for 8.
And the new batsman is Phil Tufnell. He emerges to his usual great ovation from the crowd here in England. Oh, inside edge. Umpire Venkat has just casually raised his finger.
Well, Mark Ramprakash here has looked to play on the up. Thin inside edge through to Adam Perori. Ramprakash looked behind. Perori was in no doubt at all. Ramprakash just getting a bit expansive while he's in with the tail. He's gone for 30. England now 153 for 9.
Ed Giddens and Phil Tufnell, last pair in for England. They've lost 2 wickets this morning.
Well, I tell you, he's done pretty well there. That was a quick ball from Cairns. Most of the times I've played against Ed Giddens, he's had a little shuffle with his feet to the leg side, giving himself a bit of room.
Yes, I would think so. Surprised me, umpire Venkat needed to think about it. Perhaps it was just sliding towards the leg side. At any rate, Cairns didn't quite get the Yorker in, but it was good enough. Tufnell remains unbeaten on naught. Giddens goes for naught. England go for 153.
It didn't take long. 3 wickets fell for 3 runs in 30 balls. England all out for 153. And really, as I said before, only Hussain and Ramprakash managing to cause the New Zealanders any problems. They really did bowl extremely well. Chris Cairns, 19 overs, 5 for 31. What a star he's been for his team on this tour. A wicket there for Dion Nash, 1 for Shane O'Connor as well, and 3 for 46 from 33 overs from Daniel Vettori. So very well bowled, Cairns and Vettori in particular. 236, New Zealand, England 153. The difference between the sides, 83 runs. That is a big deficit. Important that England get stuck in and get wickets quickly. We will pick up play now in the first over. Andrew Caddick is bowling to Matt Horn, and in the commentary box with me is James Whittaker.
Well, that is beautiful bowling. Matthew Horn's having a good, long, hard look at the pitch, but it wasn't the pitch, it was a beautiful swing. Kept on going once it hit the pitch. Well bowled.
Another really good one. Could just do with a little break or two, Caddick.
Plenty of balls in the first innings from Andrew Caddick. We're of a similar length and line.
Oh, even better. It is the perfect line. You could say that if it was half a yard fuller, it'd be handy, but it's seriously difficult bowling to bat against this.
Well, this is exactly why Nasser Hussain's got 3 slips and 2 gullies in place. And my word, that is so close.
Oh, lovely length that. That is a very, very fine over. Andrew Caddick deserves better for this excellent bowling. Better line from Mullally, and it got the indecision from Matthew Bell. When we watch him in Test match cricket, James, we don't see him with the new ball swing the ball back into right-handers all that much. And yet, see him play for Leicestershire, and he seems to do it. I agree, not always and not hugely so, but he does swing it back in.
Gone. That's what they needed. Good catch in the gully. Irani is the catcher there. The length was the key. It was full. Bell was in no man's land, and now he isn't. He knows where he's going. He's on his way.
Length was definitely the key here, Ian. You can see. And if a ball is swinging, you rather pitch it up. And I think with this ball, with this wicket, Caddick's confidence will be so high to pitch it up a bit more. Matthew Bell goes for 4, and New Zealand are 15 for 1.
New Zealand captain comes to the crease with the second innings score just at 15. Well, that jag back, he's gone. Horn trapped on the back foot. Umpire Venkat says, that's good enough for me. New Zealand lose 2 and 2 balls.
That's what exactly England needed at this time. Another wicket to get back into the game. And all the credit goes to Ed Giddens. Pitched it up. In swinger to a right-hander. That was a good decision in the end by the umpire. Matthew Horn goes for 10. And New Zealand are in trouble. 15 for 2.
Nathan Astle, number 4 for New Zealand. Oh, beautifully bowled. Great Yorker. And well played.
And this is, you can see, what can do bowler's confidence here. He's running in. Perfect delivery for a new batsman.
Morning belongs to the ball.
Just pitch it up at least a feet more, and he's got a chance.
Oh, beautifully bowled. He is bowled like a genius for about a month now, Andy Caddick. He has not got the returns he has deserved.
I think it was too good for a batsman. Look at that. It was a leg cutter.
A big shout, but I don't think it was all that confident. Perhaps because it pitched outside the line of leg stump.
That's what was my first reaction. And you can see that with the red zone, pitched quite a bit outside leg stump. It was bang in front of the wickets, but the reason was umpire didn't give out, was pitched outside leg.
Beautifully timed. This will be a good contest. The outfield really hasn't been that quick at all throughout this test match. Big boundaries, plenty of threes. Oh, my word, that is sensational. What a catch. Irani again. Astle couldn't resist. Giddens, very good indeed.
And it's such an important wicket for England point of view. Look at that. And it flew to him. Held it well in the end. Well done, Ronnie. Nathan Astle goes for 5. New Zealand are 22 for 3.
Roger Toos, a new player for New Zealand, 31-year-old.
That was well bowled. He was drawing the left-hander Toos into the shot, and it swung fairly late for a bowler of Giddens' pace. Generally, the slower swerve or swing bowlers will start the ball early. That was late enough to draw him into the shot. Yes, umpire Venkat is. Well, Roger Toos is lifting his leg, pointing to his pad, which is not going to please too many people sitting in the match referee's room. And umpire Venkat, in the end, just raised his finger in that slightly apologetic style. We'll be able to tell from the snickometer exactly what's happened.
Late swing, lack of foot movement has undone Roger Toos on that occasion. Delight from Alex Stewart. Annoyance from Roger Toos. 22 for 4 New Zealand now.
Craig McMillan is the new batsman. Just watch this. The ball goes past the bat, and then, this is one of the great things about the snickometer, that is a clunk of the snickometer. And it shows that it's not the little feathery touch of the edge. It hits the pad and goes through to Alex Stewart. Oh. That's a good shot. Waited for it. It was beautifully played. Wasn't quite over the top of it, but he waited and waited and waited until the ball was in the right spot for him, and then played it late.
First boundary of the innings. The New Zealanders comes from the blade of Craig McMillan.
Oh! What a good delivery. The in-swing, I reckon it was going straight for middle and off, and then just deviated enough.
Couple outside the off stump, swinging away. The fourth ball of his over swings back beautifully.
Nice reply from Craig McMillan.
You've won it, you've won it. I'll have it.
Which is exactly how things stood at lunch. 37 for 4 with Fleming unbeaten. He's a good defensive player and is going to play an important part for New Zealand here if he can hang on in there. McMillan is more of a stroke player, and England need to get rid of him quickly as well. It really is tense stuff. As for the England bowlers, they've done well. Caddick, 7 overs, 1 for 11. He could have had better figures than that. He beat the bat a great deal. No wicket yet for Alan Mullally. Ed Giddings, 7 overs, 3 maidens, 3 for 9, bowling in the second innings of his Test match debut. He can be very, very pleased with that. The game is hotting up, no doubt about it. 7 wickets have fallen in the morning session. We'll take a short break. Surprising Test match. We'll get straight back into the action now. Andrew Caddick is the bowler to the New Zealand captain Stephen Fleming. No addition to the score at 37 for 4. Wazzy McCram and Ian Smith, the commentator.
Gone. And it's worked. That's a good catch. Low down. He waited for it, Graham Thorpe. And that is a big blow. A big blow.
That's definitely a big blow for New Zealand, and great comeback by England side. All the praise for England bowling and their fielding. That was a very difficult catch at first slip. It went slightly across to a left-hander. This is the length they should be bowling at all the time. Good catch by Graham Thorpe. Stephen Fleming goes for 4, and New Zealand are 37 for 5.
Adam Parori, naught in the first innings, just lasted 2 balls. Comes out at a stage now where his side are under real pressure. Very, very free to begin with.
You can see what can pressure to a batsman, especially to a new batsman. There was a wide delivery, pitched up. Good thinking by Andrew Caddick.
Close, but I think it's just hit Adam Parori outside the line of off stump. He will play the sweep shot. Normally is not a bad player of it, but the key to it is getting the length right. Pitch is just on the outside of the red zone. You can see leg stump there, would have missed off. Oh, Back goes middle stump. Back goes Karori. The procession continues. Great bowling, good line, good length, threatening the stumps, threatening the outside edge, and some very, very poor judgment.
Adam Karori goes for 1, and New Zealand 39 for 6. The new batsman in Chris Keynes.
It's a good shot. That's beautifully timed. And this will be a test of the outfield. And the ball wins. Second boundary of the innings. Oh, he's lucky. No control there. This could go all the way. Oh, Mullally done well. He's pulled it in just to 2. And that's gone all the way. Mullally too full, misdirected onto McMillan's pads. And he's really timed this. This is only the 3rd boundary of this New Zealand innings.
Positive from Craig McMillan. Just beautifully lets the ball come into his pads and flicks the ball away.
Well, that's another good one from Caddick.
Consistent all day, Andrew Caddick. Deserves more.
Well, this will test Mullally again. Another good bit of work. More runs here for New Zealand. Cairns throwing the bat. This could go all the way again. Well, a bit of fancy footwork from Ed Giddens. No, that's fine. Mullally been whipped out the attack. Ed Giddens has taken his place from the pavilion end.
Well, interesting decision then, Dermot, wasn't it? Comes on first ball, gets smacked for 4.
Yeah, but he does have figures now of 3 for 13 off 7.1 overs. I don't think Alan Mullally's got a wicket. That's 4 more. He's really hit that hard. It's a no ball as well by Ed Giddens. Chris Cairns has decided anything up there is going to go. And that's gone as well. McMillan joining in on the fun.
Beautiful shot. He's followed the all-rounded example. He's laced into this one on the offside.
More runs. Mullally short and wide. Cairns onto the cut shot. And this outfield really is slow. 3 more to Cairns. He's given in. He's gone. The finger went up very quickly indeed. Alan Mullally has struck, swung it back in at Craig McMillan. It was good enough for him. Good bowling from Mullally. Really got the line right with this one. Late swing, back in. McMillan trapped in front.
Dead straight, right in the middle of our red zone.
It's Alan Mullally's 50th wicket. in Test cricket.
New Zealand 79 for 7 now.
Dion Nash, the new batsman for New Zealand. Big appeal.
Just going down the leg side. George Sharp, international umpire since 1996, just deemed that would just gone on to miss the leg stump.
And a bit fortunate on that occasion, Chris Cairns, the outside edge. No third man in place, 4 more to the total.
Didn't quite get it, I don't think, but it still went many a mile. Just looked as though he was trying to give himself some room. Might not have got it completely off the middle of the bat, but he is a strong fellow.
That's better.
Oh, that's a big one. That's up here.
Well, I guess there's been some sort of study done about aerodynamics and how far it would take to hit the ball out of the ground straight. He's under threat here. This is massive.
That's better.
Someone said that's better. Just after he struck it, that is a huge hit. A massive, massive blow.
The voice of Alex Stewart was heard there. Oh, that's close. He went right across to the offside there with that shot. That must have been very, very close.
I can't see how he's not given this out. He's given leg by, so he said there's no contact with the bat. I really cannot see, to be perfectly honest, why Nash is not on his way back. He shuffles across, it pitches in line, it'll pitch right there in the middle of the red zone. It's going to hit middle. I cannot believe that he's given leg by and not out for that. That is huge out.
Safely away, over cover. Half century for Chris Cairns, brilliant innings, and it goes with the 5 wickets he took as well. That's coming right up here. And then right back onto the ground. So Nasser Hussain has shown faith in Tufnell, who's come over the wicket to make certain that Cairns has a bit more difficulty in hitting down the ground. But these things are relative. Don't think the captain will be very pleased about that. 200 the lead now. In the air and safe, away from the man at point. The outfield is faster today. That's well played. Tufnell has to keep the ball up if he's doing this. It's a great incentive not to drop short, because Cairns will cut him. And the man is coming in from deep point. That's where he was.
Well, one of the most amazing things about this shot is I don't think Cairns saw the fieldsman come in, Giddens. That was happening as Tufnell was coming into bowl. He was really still on the move. He'd only just got to point.
We'll see if the change does anything here. Yep. Instead of hitting it for 6 over straight hit, he's hit it over deep extra cover.
I'm not sure he got this brilliantly in terms of timing, but he got it right in terms of the thinking. Outstanding cricket. He's playing with Tufnell at the moment, and he doesn't like it, the Middlesex man.
Mid-off may be in the orthodox place, but he's almost had a hole drilled through his chest. He's hit that very powerfully too. Fantastic batting. That is a good stroke. Hit very powerfully. It was almost as if Dion Nash knew the in-swinger was coming and he was in the perfect position. Oh, he's caught it! He's caught it! One of the most stunning return catches you could hope to see, and pulled off when it is so desperately needed.
Can't believe I saw it. I want to see it again. This angle will be amazing. He smashed that, didn't time it exactly perfectly. Oh, that's outstanding. He's a tall man, a very tall man. To get back down low again in his follow-through, you can't coach that, you can't teach it. Brilliant. Cairns goes for 80. It's 149 for 8. Exit Chris Cairns. Enter Daniel Vettori.
Oh, now that's nicely bowled. Oh, that is a big outswinger.
Well, Nash is tapping down the pitch, but it ain't the pitch, I'm afraid.
Oh, put it down. Flew at the rate of knots to Michael Atherton, high to his left side at second slip. It is only a half chance, but it is a half chance.
Half chances may have to be taken in this situation. It went quickly. And it went through.
Done it. He's done it again. Oh, we've got an atmosphere here at the Oval. Tufnell on the charge to his teammate Ramprakash. Tory on the long, slow walk back to the pavilion.
I just said it's a difficult position, and some days it's your day, some days it isn't. This is his day for Ramprakash. That's a very good catch, a vital catch. They know the value of that wicket. Another danger man goes for 6. It's 156 for 9.
On down little thin edge, is it? Umpire Venkatravigan says not out. At the moment the ball passes the bat, there you can see the movement on the snickometer. It is only a thin scratch, but Alex Stewart seemed to know that the edge had come on that occasion. Got it. Bill Tufnell has finished the job. Lovely flighted delivery that spun back through the gate left by Shane O'Connor. The Oval is on its feet. England are alive. They may yet be kicking.
Wrapped up the tail again, the cat. Beautiful piece of bowling. Might be number 11, but completely and utterly deceived there.
We've had some thrilling passages of play in this Test match, none more so than that one. And have a look at the card. Chris Cairns there, from a score of 39 for 6, he blasted 80 of 92 balls, 4 sixes and 8 fours. That was his 14th Test match 50. That is an outstanding innings from a very, very good all-round cricketer. New Zealand all out 162, and those are the bowlers that did the damage. Caddick 17 overs, 3 for 35. Mullally 11 overs, 2 for 27. Giddings 10 overs, 3 for 38. And Tufnell 16 overs, 2 for 58. So a fine team performance by 4 men who were somewhere near the top of their game. The fall of wickets makes for interesting reading. Little rushes all the way down around about 12 o'clock through to 12:45. And then in the afternoon session, rushes of wickets as well. And for once, England managing to finish off the tail. The situation of the game then is that New Zealand, having made 236 in their first innings and 162 in their second innings, have a lead of 245 over England, who made just 153 in their first innings. 246 to win the Test and the series. We'll take a short break and see how England coped. I'll be telling you that in 122 years of Test match cricket, on only 8 occasions has the side batting last scored the highest score of the match to win the game. That's what England have to do to win this one. We're going to pick up play now with the second ball of the innings. Chris Cairns is bowling to Michael Atherton, and with me in the commentary box is Ian Smith. Atherton's away to enormous applause.
It's got through. I think it was a no ball anyway. It wouldn't have mattered if it had carried. More runs for England. Atherton through mid-wicket. 2's in pursuit. And he'll cut it down to just a couple.
That's a good understanding from a man on debut. Beautiful shot, Michael Atherton. Lovely straight bat. Just lets the ball come beautifully into him.
Done it again. Just seems to be the perfect combination. One of Cairns and Nash getting it pitched up around about off stump, and Stephen Fleming apparently infallible at slip. Darren Maddy has gone. The game never ceases to surprise us here at the Oval.
This is again the late string have done him here, and Stephen Fleming is one of the best slip fielders in the world. Darren Maddy goes for 5, and England are 23 for 1.
Another hugely impressive bit of cricket from New Zealand has brought Nasser Hussain to the crease. Darren Maddy has gone. Quickly into position. And the supreme piece of timing. Gee, it looked like a little push for 1. Ends up earning 3 for it. Maybe that ball will be caught. It is, but it is 3 to Nasser Hussain. That's the quicker one from Vettori. Hussain was able to use the pace on the ball.
What a stop. Oh, tremendous bit of fielding. Craig McMillan on the drive. Short extra cover. Boy, was this athletic.
Had 4 runs written all over it. It was beautifully placed, or almost beautifully placed. Not all that far away from the man at gully. 40 for 1. Got him. Nasser Hussain has gone. A good delivery, no swing. It went across the right-hander and found the outside edge, and Perore kept it, I think, at the second attempt.
Hussain has played for a bit of swing there. It's gone straight on, and in the end, Perore's just caught that in his webbing. Hussain out for 9 with a score on 45.
Just wide of the man at mid-on. Nicely stroked. Safe enough. Well, if he was beaten by a slight change of pace, then he kept on with it. Didn't check his stroke. He's got it away for 4, but again, that was the swinging delivery.
Shot. Too short. And the Thorpe answers with the bat this time. And again in the air. That's a very good shot. It's a big points victory for Graham Thorpe. Oh, my word. Very, very close.
This was very, very close.
That's a shot and a half. Too much width. And again, 2 in a row. He'd be just getting a little tired, Chris Cairns. 2 cracking shots in the over. Beautifully played. Width again. Exquisite timing.
It's a very crucial time for a batsman, knowing that he had to survive.
Oh, good shot. Gee, that's a good hook shot. It really is. This is a great late flurry. That is trust.
That was very, very close, and you can see it was reverse swing.
Last ball of the day's play. What a day it's been. Brilliant action to start the day, brilliant action to finish. It's been one out of the box.
Quite a retort to all the wickets that have been falling in the game by Atherton and Thorpe. The series. We're going to pick up play now with no addition to the overnight score. Dion Nash is bowling to Graham Thorpe, and in the commentary box are Dermot Reeve and Richie Beno.
First run of the morning to cheers from a ground that's not yet packed, but they're still streaming in through the turnstiles. In the air, just wide of man and 4. The 5 off this over so far. And just a hint of swing there.
A hint of swing, but also that extra bounce that you get at the Oval. Mike Atherton looking to force off the back foot. And there's no one down at third man. There's only 2 slips in place. Mike Atherton very keen after each delivery just to go down and have a little look at the surface, see if it's been affected. I saw a few balls go through the top late yesterday. That one's bounced. No real puff of dust on that occasion, but plenty of encouragement for the bowler. Well, I think this is very close. Dion Nash getting this ball to come back in to Graham Thorpe. Well, there's oohs and ahs all round the ground. He might have got just outside the line.
That's good fielding. Sort of fielding needed by the New Zealanders. They've been brilliant with their catching and their ground fielding throughout the series. Matthew Bell.
Graham Thorpe forcing off the back foot, got nicely on top of it, got past McMillan in the gully. They're getting past Matthew Bell.
That's a good stroke. Bell will get it. They will get 2 because of the fumble and the fact that he had to slide more or less away to his wrong side. Useful runs, not all that far away from Perore, just far enough that it wasn't worth a dive. 100 up. Not sure that the replay will show it was exactly what Atherton wanted, but the result was good. He's gone to 53 now, and a total of 109 for 2.
He got on top of the ball, kept it down. Enough power to beat fine leg.
Very well bowled. Turned down by George Sharp, and no sort of a response from Michael Atherton, other than a slight surprise that Cairns asked the question, but then that needn't necessarily give us a correct indication.
Mood might not improve now either, got to say. Shane O'Connor.
The value of good fielding. Both batsmen were stuck really in their hesitation. Had Nash gathered the ball, there may have been a problem. See, Thorpe goes and Atherton stops and starts. That's going to make all the difference for New Zealand. Swing, and quite late swing. Shane O'Connor has swung the ball every time that we've seen him bowl in the match. The conditions overhead haven't made any difference to him. Perfect seam position. It's 4 runs. Doesn't please Chris Cairns at all. It was out of reach of the third slip fielder. It flew very quickly.
Body language is now a little bit more evident in the New Zealand camp. They may be starting to think it's not going to be their day. Genuine edge, a false shot. We just said Atherton doesn't give him any presence. There was almost one there. It was a little too close to play the kind of shot he wanted to play.
That's one of the ones that you can knock down the ground. Credit to the batsman, Graham Thorpe, forcing O'Connor to try something different. Very interesting cricket. That's a good stop too. The idea that New Zealand might lie down and die wouldn't begin to occur to anybody in England. They've struck everybody in England as A, a very good team, and B, an absolutely committed team. Talk about 11 fellas doing their country proud. Cricket from everybody. The slower ball from Cairns, watched and played by Thorpe, and a smart bit of fielding wasn't quite enough in the end to deal with Graham Thorpe. Halfway stage in the run chase now. 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6 the target. That's the wicket. Fabulous bit of bowling. Thorpe finally plays at one of those beautiful outswingers from Shane O'Connor. Stephen Fleming does it again.
Well, he's been done by the late swing again. Once O'Connor's got the rhythm right, he has started to bowl really well. He'll be angry with this Graham Thorpe when he sees the width he's actually made contact with. He was drawn in by the fact that it was angled in initially, then it moved. He's a good 1.5 foot outside his off stump. He looks down to reflect on that, and now he goes. 44 and 23 for 3.
There's been tremendous reception for Alex Stewart. There was a good hand for Graham Thorpe going off, one Surrey player. And Stewart, former captain of Surrey.
Just watch the way this catch is taken. You would never have a better example of how one should wrap one's hands around the ball. We've had a lot of great slip fielders over the years, and Stephen Fleming, the way he's caught in this particular series, has shown the way it should be done. That is a classic example.
Oh, well bowled. Gosh, he's getting that ball to dart in late. What a good one first up.
Well, Alex Stewart did well here to play this, because if he'd have shouldered arms, and he must have been tempted initially by the line, just to let the bat go up around the shoulders and let it come onto the pad.
Tory making a point. And here's Shane O'Connor.
Yeah.
Once he reached it, he got bottom of bat on it, and it's raced away. It looked as if it hit it all that well. that'll please him. We'll get a bit of confidence running through the blood. There'll be plenty of adrenaline there already.
Well, that's going to be very close. George Sharp had a little bit of a look at it. Question to ask is, would this ball have carried on and hit the stumps? Does this ball pitch and turn a little? Well, very difficult to say. Might have gone on and just clipped off stump. He's outside the line.
Yeah, umpiring has been excellent in this test match. This was definitely pitched just outside off stump.
Well, it was pitched outside off, only just. And it's hit Alex Stewart. Well, it's actually pretty close, but once again, playing forward makes it much harder for the umpire to give the decision. Well, there could be any number of reasons why he's not finding perhaps the prodigious turn
Keep it
that
on
he
here,
found
boys.
yesterday. It could be that he's bowled a lot of overs and those fingers are a bit tired. Could be that his body's a bit tired and he's not putting quite as much in with his action. There's an under edge, and I think that's actually hit the helmet. And if it has, that's going to be 5 runs. And that's the signal from George Sharp. Mike Atherton going for the cut shot, got a bottom edge, and it went on and hit the helmet. Just have a look at this. Bottom edge through Perori's legs, a couple of bounces, top of the helmet, 5 runs.
He has bowled well in this spell, Shane O'Connor. And he's getting this late swing. Because he's not that quick. That's why getting so late quick, and batsmen have to play him. He has to come in the front foot.
Great shot. We said Stewart was going to be more positive, and that's what he's done. Used his feet to Vettori, skipped down and beaten that man at short extra cover. Wonderful boundary.
That seemed to be the general approach by England ever since Thorpe got together with Atherton on the 3rd afternoon. Hour and a half into the 4th morning, and Atherton is unbeaten with 64. Alex Stewart with 10. It was a good performance from Graham Thorpe, who was beautifully caught there low at slip. The New Zealand bowlers, 2 wickets now for Shane O'Connor. He is a threat, 1 for Nash. No wicket yet, though, for Chris Cairns or Daniel Vettori. There it is. England need 104 to win the match. New Zealand, 7 wickets are there to take the match and the series. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, need 104 to win the game. They have 7 wickets in hand. We're going to rejoin the play with the Dion Nash bowling to Michael Atherton, commentating of James Whittaker and Richie Benaud.
No ball. It's a no ball call. The usual thing of the bowler will come back and put his foot down where he thought he had it. Then the umpire will come along and say where he thought he had it. Sum total of it is that they can disagree, but he's the fellow who has the last say. He's given it, looked as though it might have been a bottom edge. Just had Atherton playing from full shot. It was a bit quicker than Nash's normal speed. He's normally up around about 80 miles an hour, and this was 85, and that has hurried Atherton into the stroke and found the edge.
Vital for New Zealand. Unlucky for England and Michael Atherton. 143 for 4, England.
Mark Ramprakash. New batsman comes out to join Alex Stewart. Dion Nash, the bowler. Perore's got him. First ball. Nash is on a hat-trick. A beautiful swinging delivery. Found the outside edge, and Perore has taken a blinder.
It's all happened for New Zealand. Dion Nash, superb. And Mark Ramprakash, normally so stoic and stubborn in defence, has pushed out a little bit wide on this occasion. And oh dearie me, 143 for 5 England now.
Ronnie O'Reilly, brought back into the Test match here at the Oval. Comes out to join Alex Stewart. He's on a hat-trick, which will be occupying his mind, and it may have been mentioned to him while he was on the way out as well. Dion Nash, who has bowled very well throughout the series, has just dismissed Michael Atherton and then Mark Ramprakash.
Been in good form this year for Essex, 300s and 350s. He will need every ounce of confidence now.
Well, with plenty of pace, fastest ball Nash has bowled is 86 miles an hour. I think there might have been a bit of aggro in that wicket, the Atherton wicket, where suddenly he jumped from 80 to 85 after it had that long discussion with George Sharp about the fact that he'd been no balled. He really ripped into the next delivery. Off the mark with a slightly fortunate stroke. 101 to go.
Yes.
Looking for 2. They've got it okay. And that is a great over from Dion Nash. Had a very good series, not just with the ball, but with the bat as well, going in down the order. He shared in some excellent partnerships that have got New Zealand back on an even track. Trouble here. Oh. And they'll finish up getting quite an easy single.
Slight comedy, slight confrontation, and a lot of conflict. He can handle himself though, Ronnie, the judo expert, karate man.
Does karate, does he?
There's a lot of karate. I'm not sure whether it's black belt, purple belt, yellow belt, but I know he does karate.
Got him! Stewart has gone for the short one. Atherton went to a short one, caught up the bottom edge. Stewart has miscued the bouncer and has hit it straight to the man at square leg.
All sorts of problems now for England. Alex Stewart's gone for 12. Picked the wrong one. A magnificent catch at square leg. England 148 for 6.
No shortage of drama here. Andrew Caddick, who's figured in much of it throughout the series with the ball, and he's batted pretty well, comes out now with 98 still needed for England to win.
Tools out, big for your life, lads.
Oh.
turn and bounce.
He's played some good strokes all the way through the series. But it'll be necessary for Irani to put his faith in Carrick. And that 3 for Andrew Carrick off Dion Nash's bowling has brought up England's 150.
Run!
It's a nice stroke. There's no shortage of support here for Ronnie Irani. There may be a lot of people who have come up from Essex. A lot of other England supporters and some for New Zealand as well.
Well, it's clean and decisive for Ronnie Irani and worth 4 runs.
Well, he's given that. Carrick has gone. Another wicket down for England. And umpire Venkat, the man who gave the decision there.
That is most comfortable against seam bowling Andrew Carrick. And again, we prove his fallibility against spin. He didn't like it. Daniel Vettori and the New Zealanders love it. 157 for 7 now, England.
He's got him. Irani's walked. Vettori has struck. First ball for him after lunch. And that's got to be it for England. Tremendous catch from Karori. And this is disaster for England.
He's done him in the air. He's lured in him with a beautiful bit of drift in towards the stumps there and a big deflection. That is a very good catch. Irani goes. It's 160 for 8.
He's also got a mid-on. He's going to be out. He's out. Great bit of fielding. Terrible running. What was Tufnell doing? I don't know. Alan Mullally hit it to mid-on. Tufnell just backed up too far, was looking to run. He'd only come a few yards out, but he didn't have enough time to get back.
It's 161 for 9.
For those of us like me who couldn't count, it is Mullally on strike. And I would think that that is going to be the last ball of the series. Roger Toos has taken it. And New Zealand have won the match. They have won the series and they have played excellent cricket. Now there's the man for whom I have great regard, Stephen Fleming. He's captained this side from the moment they started on their comeback.
A splendid performance by the New Zealanders. It all seemed to happen so quickly. Since Thorpe went, it was 8 wickets falling for 39. Since Atherton, 6 falling for 19. And then after lunch, 3 wickets fell for 5 runs in just 13 balls. Only Michael Atherton and Graham Thorpe making any impression on the scoreboard. That is a deeply depressing batting performance if you are an England supporter. However, if you're a fan of New Zealand, you'll be thrilled with those bowling figures. 15.1 overs, 1 for 50, Chris Cairns. 14 overs, 4 for 39, Dion Nash. 16 overs, 2 for 36, Daniel Vettori. 11 overs, 2 for 32, Shane O'Connor. The wickets, well, you can see, they fell in a rush once Thorpe had gone, and there really was no hope. Once you get into the bottom order with the England side, you've basically got them where you want them. That then is the match. New Zealand winning it by 83 runs and taking the series by 2-1. They really have played very good cricket indeed, and they're a popular team as well. We're going to take a break in the series by 2 matches to 1. Soon after play, the presentation ceremony took place on the committee balcony, and it was Andrew Caddick who was given England's man of the series by the New Zealand coach Steve Rickson. He deserved it for both his bowling and his batting. Chris Cairns, who was man of the match here, was also given man of the series for New Zealand by Graham Gooch, who made that choice. And then a very proud Stephen Fleming came forward to take the trophy. After play, I chatted with him and Nasser Hussain.